how the time has flown. We're already halfway through Season 7 on MFL, and for the 3 clubs I've been managing this season, it was always going to be a bit of an uphill battle. We took a super powerful team in the Spark division into Ice, and we didn't reinforce it at all, so we're kind of crossing our fingers and toes that the strength it had could still carry it quite a distance up the Ice division. And the foundation team, the team that's built from players, in the community, from you guys, we were projected to be in and amongst those promotion spots, and we have not disappointed this year. The tactics, the squad construction has been absolutely on point. And for me and my prime team, my main team, we got as high as we've ever got. We got promoted last year into the Bronze division, and we were projected to finish second bottom, and it could not have went any more different from the first half of the season, the first salvo of the matches. And we're at that point now. We're at the mid-season break. The transfer window is open. Every club in MFL can do free transfers now, whether you're kicking 3 guys out and bringing 3 new guys in, or if you've still got 3 spaces in your squad to fill, you can go and do that. The community team, which is built up of players that are owned by you, where we've got it in the Stone division, we're pushing for Iron. All the in-game currency that outwins goes to you guys and the members. We still have 2 spots left in the squad, and we can make a third transfer, and I'm really eager. If you are a season ticket holder, if you're a channel member, you pay your £1 a week, your £4 a month. If you're interested in getting involved, there's plenty of MFL content and Sorare content for all the channel members. All you need to do is click the join button just below the video. If you're brand new to MFL and you've not opened up your account yet, all the beginner tutorials are linked in the description of this video, as well as a sign up link that is guaranteed to get you the best sign up bonus available. It supports me and all the content here at the channel, so if you're after to get started in MFL, all the beginner tutorials and the sign up link is in the description of the video. If you do get stuck, if you've got any questions, reach out, drop a comment, I'll sort you out. But yeah, let's just get stuck straight into this one, because every time we do our kind of mid-season report card or whatever, we've normally got some engines, some tactical stuff to kind of come out of this, and really I'm not too sure that there is. I think that, there's been a few tweaks and a few adjustments we've seen in the engine, but it does feel like it's been the least different from Season 6 to Season 7 in comparison to any other seasons that we've had gone by. So it feels like, for me anyway, a lot of the tactics I was using last year still work quite well, and that's been really good for just progressing the teams down and just trying to evolve the squad as it goes. I have noticed though, in terms of the opposition that I've been playing against, and I can't think of the actual example to try and find you guys here, but there's been a few teams that, I don't know man, the 4-4-2 is pretty sweet. The 4-4-2 has been a bit of a problem for me to come up against. And it's not even just the 4-4-2, but it's a little bit of the midfield 4. We try to use this to our advantage with the foundation team, which we use with the scene. Our primary shape is being 3-4-3, and I do feel that that midfield 4 is a really powerful kind of asset or attribute to have in your strategy going into this season or continuing through the season. In terms of the tactics I've been using for the Ice team, I actually took an approach on this one that was going to be super defensive, because I wasn't going to make any significant reinforcements to the squad here, and the shooting in the club is abysmal. We don't have anyone that's capable of 70 shooting. We don't even actually have a striker in this squad. We've got a few centre forwards and a few guys with second positions or whatever. So we made our strategy for the Ice team this year to be super defensive, to be rock solid at the back, and to take our chances. We've got the second best defence in the league, and we've got the 4th best attack. So I guess that's kind of right around where we would have wanted to be. Ideally, we would have the best defence in the league, but we lost a match 3-1 to Zurich. I don't think this team has conceded 3 goals in one match ever in the league anyway, and that's maybe kind of taking a little bit of shine off of the mid-season spoils, as it were. But this year for the academy team, I've been playing a lot of 5 at the back, and honestly it's been so hard for teams to break me down. One thing that I've found has been quite fun with this is with the 5 at the back, is then with my left mid and my right mid, I've just gave them full license to roam. Absolutely just go nuts, go for it. And then I've had the centre mids be on kind of the opposite. These centre mids are more playmakers. They're not really good defensive stats. They're good passing and dribbling, that sort of thing. So I've just kind of tried to do with this a solid back 5, like defend, 2 midfielders in there that are to be clever with their passing, not be wasteful, and then a front 3 that's allowed to just roam around and cause some havoc. And we've managed to carry off the really poor shooting that we do have in the squad. A few times we have called upon Eduardo Morel, everyone's favourite centre-back come striker, to play up front for us again this year. Last year he played 10 games, a lot of them as centre forward, scoring 4 goals. He's played 4 games this year, only 1 at centre back, and he's got a goal. So Eduardo Morel living his best life in terms of up front and in defence for us there, which is fun. And then the other shape we've been trying to run with this, we've been kind of flitting between either a 4-2-3-1, if we're trying to be a bit more defensive, but like you can see with Morel there, we're maybe trying to manage all the energy levels, all the fitness levels. This has been a nice shape to kind of flex into for that reason. But otherwise, if we're not going 4-5-1, our main kind of primary, we're going to go beat you shape is 4-3-3. We just get a much better kind of balance across the team, and we go back to that back four. And I've really felt that this squad with no strikers, hardly any wingers, it's mainly centre backs and centre mids, has just about got the amount of versatility in it tactically, where we've been able to keep everyone pretty fresh. We've kept the levels up pretty high. We have felt it with the likes of Steffens, Fleming and Martinek, where they are the only forwards in the team really. So we have felt a little bit of pressure with one or two of them to be rotated when we don't really have a great kind of rotation option to go with for them. With the foundation team, tactically, we've kind of, I've not really scouted the opposition too much this season compared to what we've did before. We won our final cup game. This was a must-win match if we were to qualify out of Rivals Cup and get into the knockout rounds. But sadly, it wasn't quite enough. We have been done on this one by, I don't know what. Goal difference is the same, points record is the same, and we've been screwed out of it, sadly. But we did get 3 wins and a draw, so there will be some bonus MFL to at least come to you guys for this. But we were so close to actually qualifying, and we dropped points quite unexpectedly against La Parca. We lost 2-1, so that is the game that's done us there. If we'd got the draw, it would have been totally different. In the our boy Mira, who's in on loan from Doge Sports with the OG, that is one the fans will never forgive him for, it feels like. So we're out of the cup, sadly, despite our best efforts. If we can just see this OG, that's hardly an OG, isn't it? We're sitting in third at the moment. We got beat off of St Etienne Crown, so they flipped us in the table. It's still really, really tight there. I didn't really think this team had promotion possibilities in its makeup, although it was projected really high, because this team is made up of your guys as players, and I'm just taking them in regardless of how good they are, and we're trying to fashion some tactics and some strategies around that, and we really did exceptionally well. I think the squad is lovely. The main players that feature have all been quite present and quite influential, you would say. We've had some great development, we've had some new faces, we've had some returning characters, but we've had just about the right balance across the board, and it's been a lot of fun. Like I say, we've barely scouted ahead on anyone. We've been using 2 primary tactics. We're either going with the A team, and we're going with a 4-3-1-2. We've got a lot of nice centre mids, a strong back four, enough attacking options. We don't really have that many number 10s, that many cams, but Van der Zee is all the cam that anyone needs. He's maybe filling the pecking order a little bit, but he's on 5 goals already, which Wilkins is on 10. Wow, Connell 7. We did not have goal scoring output like that last year, although last year we did actually have a wee bit more of a spread on the goals. But this year we have actual clinical finishers, which is great. And then the other shape we've been running with, if we're trying to actually go for somebody, go and actually attack the face off them, we've got a great front 3, we've got a great back 3, and the midfield 4, whatever combination we're calling upon, again, like, very well balanced. And I think the player instructions, we've got a good balance on guys that can progress the ball, can attack and dribble and stuff, and guys that are defence based as well, in the wide areas and in the central areas. So I've quite enjoyed just really optimising this squad and not thinking about the opponent, just thinking about how do we get the best team out of this game and set it up for the next game, because you are kind of looking at the next fixture. Oh, do I need to, we're playing Wild Eagles and then enter Rios when we come back from the break. If I'm going to be playing full strength against Wild Eagles, I will have one eye on the next game, because these are 6-pointers. We need to be thinking a little bit more than one game ahead. If we look at the progression we've had this season so far in the foundation team for you guys, we've had a +3 for Van der Zee, bunch of +1s for the main players that have been featuring and contributing, which is good, and a lot of guys have had nice +1 stats. A wee +2 there for Rogers on pace, which is nice, and some nice progression across the board. I think we've done really well. I would like to see us win the title. I don't think that's a big stretch of the imagination. We've got 2 player spots to fill. There's no gaping hole in the team, really, so any good players will come in and will make a difference. And if you're a channel member and you want to help us push for the title, this is the time to do so. Drop it in the comment section down below. Your name, the player name, the position, whatever it is, any nominations you've got, if you're a channel member, and we'll look to bring them in. We've already got one suggestion somewhat lined up who will be a significant upgrade into the team. I think he's a wide player, forget which position exactly, but we've only got 3, so I want to see all the nominations, and I'll pick the best free, and ideally we're getting people in that don't already have a player in the squad, so you can get a piece of the Stone MFL for yourself. And then for the Prime team for me, it's been an uphill battle, by the way. We've had to scout every opponent all season long. We're 11 games in. Who did we open the season up against? Supernaturalistic, who was meant to be one of the teams at the bottom, and we lost our first game of the season 3-1. Where do they find themselves? They're in 8th, and it's quite tight down there, so they're probably right in and around where the projections would have had you believe they would be. But us losing points to them right at the beginning is a kick in the teeth. We then got some nice wins. We beat Calva, obviously. We drew with Meditan here. We beat Bankers Geneva. We had a cup run, which we'll talk about in a second. That draw with Cincinnati but is the thing that gave me real confidence that I could do something in this division, could really fly high, because we were at home. We went with the defensive kind of midfield trident. But this Cincinnati team, look at the player ratings on them. Double 86 striker. The whole defence is 80 plus. There's an 89 and an 88 in there. The goalkeeper is a legendary 87 as well. So to draw with this team, and we were winning it for a fair stretch thanks to Hamid Nasser, I thought, you know what? And it was a banger of a free kick as well, wouldn't you believe it? If we can hold our own and draw with this mob, then really, like, every game we can be going in swinging. You know, and if we've got Big Hamida firing, then, anything's possible. So that gave me a nice bit of belief to really try and go for it. We lost against Scully, Florianopolis. That was a bit of a rivalry we had when we were both down a division. And we dusted ourselves off quite quickly from that. And we then went and we had an absolute smash and grab against Jimbo, where this game was super tight. And again, looking at Jimbo's team, lots of legendary players, or way more than what I've got certainly anyway, but everyone's in the 80s. This was a really tight game. Not much XG, not many chances created, but wouldn't you know it, a lovely wee smash and grab at the end for us. Jimbo was in the live chat for this and he was not happy. Now, this coming week on Monday, we've got the return game against Calva, and then on the Wednesday we've got the return game against Jimbo. And we can't have them beating us, we can't have them getting any revenge. Super Skills Chills put us to the sword later on after we beat Marvelous City, and we lost to Barcelona Mustangs. So it's been a first half of highs and lows, and overall I'm happy. If you'd told me at the beginning of the season, halfway we would be 4th, within touching distance to the top 3, I would have taken that certainly. The game against Calva, if any of you did miss it, but he scored in the first 2 minutes, and I think it's directly from this corner. Yeah, Madrid. And that's funny because the team that me and Calva shared was called Magos de Madrid. But again, look at Calva's freaking team. All 80 pluses. Maybe no legendaries here, but they're all quite firmly in the 80s. And for me, I went 4-2-4, tried to shell shock him a wee bit. And I think it worked out because although we scored early and then I was bricking it the rest of the game, we had a great fight back goal. This goal from Vandy, I don't remember it well, but I remember celebrating it well. Not lovely bit of play. Guy is a match winner for us. Yeah, he was not messing about. He was getting us back in the match. And then we end up getting the winner from Hansen. I think this is a scrappy goal, and we take it with both hands gladly, But I don't think this one was too much to write home about in terms of style or a banger or anything like that. Yeah, that was a good shot, but kind of capitalised upon a wee bit of bad defending there. So that was good crack. And we find ourselves in a really strong position. Now, sadly, in the cup, there is no sadly, because we finished second. We got through. Now, last year we got absolutely slaughtered in this cup. We're now a level up. We've went up a division. I'm sincerely going to be pulling more MFL than I ever have, which is great progression season on season, because this team at the top is not going to get promoted. It's kind of in the picture or whatever, fine. But 4th is like the best place I could have hoped for. It's really my goal to hang on to that. And then in the off season, we can reinforce, we can strengthen, and then we can push on again. Now, I've been really waiting on progression for a lot of my players, and getting to this level of the game should be proof in the pudding time, for when we get some of these guys to actually level up. We're all waiting for Hamida Nasser to actually flip into becoming a legendary. But this year we've had 2+1s on our goalkeepers, which is cool. The only guy I've got in on loan has just taken a +1 at centre-back, that's Gilbert. But my other centre-back, Miraz, has got a nice +1, which is cool. We've got Hanka the Tanka on a +1. He's really enjoying playing at this level. But although progression's been a bit slower this year, I don't feel it's been as generous or as free-reigning as it has been before. I've got a lot of older players that are in the prime of their career, so maybe that's a factor. But there is actually a decent wee spread when you zoom out. We've had Nasser improve dribbling, which is cool. Wagner's still kicking on. Hansen is improving in his young career. Albert Cuckoo at 30 has got 3+1s, very significant +1s at that. Shooting dribbling and defending. I can see this guy getting a wee +1 this season on his overall. Get a wee improvement for Lecoq, he's barely played. And do you know, I'm actually tempted to put Lecoq into the academy team because he's not actually playing too much this season in the top lineup. He's made 4 appearances. I think some of them have been in the cup as well. He's got 1 goal. I would like to keep playing him here, but I don't really need to, the way we're rotating everything, and maybe that academy team could use some Lecoq firepower. So I'm going to maybe toss and turn on that one between the mid-season break that we're in at the moment before we come back to action on Friday. Now, when you're watching this, that's tomorrow, so you need to get the comments down below rapid for those nominations for the foundation team. I've got a cup run still to do with the prime team. I forget where the cup is. I think this team totally bombed out the cup, didn't it? Yeah, total bomb out, sadly. So we've got the big cup to run in. We're still technically pushing for 3 promotions, but can we get the academy team over the line? Can we get the foundation team over the line for you guys? And the prime team, can we hold on to our moral victories and maybe compound on them more? That's what I'll be looking to do. In terms of the mid-season break, I'm not too sure I'll be able to actually reinforce my main squad too much. I've not looked into the market yet, but I'm quite content with where the squad's at. I'm not too sure what would actually make a difference to my squad beyond just leveling up like 5 guys or something. This has been a great season for me, and like I mentioned with the Barcelona team here, we've not spoken tactics on this one yet, but I've been scouting every opponent like super hard, like to make sure out of all the tactics I've got at my disposal and all the different player types and profiles I've got, particularly at central midfield. You know, I was chatting about this in the stream that we did playing against Jimbo, but against all these guys that I've got that can play in centre mid, I've got a great cross section of guys that can defend but pass and guys that can shoot but do, you know, yada yada. So any midfield 3 that I'm making, I can really make it quite tailor made for how I want the game to go or what I'm worried about in terms of what could come from the match. And it's been a great point of strength for me, and I really think it's been a huge factor in deciding some of these games that we've got results where maybe we weren't too fancied for them. And yeah, maybe we could do it with a little bit more quality to maybe make sure we don't drop points against Barcelona Mustangs. Again, they're just 1 place behind me. It's not a big loss necessarily. Otherwise, the only real fly in the ointment, I would say, we've lost 4 games against Florianopolis and Super Chill Skills. I think you accept those losses. But losing to Barcelona Mustangs and Supernaturalistic, that's 6 points we want to do better with next time around. And obviously we want to keep a hold of the points we got for the better in the first half and the second half. So yeah, next week we'll have a bunch of MFL action to get stuck into because we'll be getting towards the back end of the season. We'll have some Monday night football, me versus Calva, some Wednesday night football, me versus Jimbo, and I'm sure there'll be plenty of other stuff on and in between. Let me know how Season 7 has went for you guys. If you're a channel member, of course, get those nominations in the comment section down below. On screen and out is some other stuff that I've made that YouTube thinks you might enjoy. If you have enjoyed this video, please do like and subscribe for more content like this. Stay out of trouble, and I will catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.